Hi everyone, this is a sample test to make sure that everybody can navigate Schoology real quick. I'm going to give you a rundown as to what you should be seeing if you're able to log in. When you go into Schoology, you will always have tabs such as these, materials, updates, and so forth. Me being the instructor, I'm able to see these a lot faster than you are. Notice that these are taken off by weeks. Week 2, which was August 30th through September 6th. Week 1, which was the intro to class, and I have now posted week 3 folder. When you click on week 3 folder, I want to show you just a little bit of what you should and ought to be seeing whenever you open it. Journal 2, when you open it, will have an assigned journal prompt for you. You're the only one that's able to access it. I'm the only one that is able to see it, so no one else can see it but you. The prompt itself is going to ask you a simple question. This is kind of to help you kind of relax into your writing as we go deeper and deeper into the class. There's no right or wrong answer. It usually just tells you to write in something. Notice that these two are hand in hand. Summary readings, use this for the discussion post below. Look at that. There's discussion board. This also kind of goes hand in hand to what we just did in class on Tuesday. Again, I don't expect everybody to have been in class. I do understand a lot of things that are going on right now, and I was given word of some notifications. In class, what we did was we basically broke down how to read a text or an excerpt or a sample of something and start making summaries about it. A good and effective reader will understand summaries as they are taken in. So this is what we did. In class, we simply did something like this. It was a beautiful worksheet. And what we did was we read the paragraph. They're just simple worksheets. They weren't taken for a grade or anything. But it was a worksheet like this, and we read the actual text. And what we did was we exercised our knowledge of how to make a summary by highlighting, underlining, circling keywords that stand out, but also doing what the worksheet says. This worksheet asks us to do one of two things: summarize this paragraph in one sentence and give it an appropriate title. We did this one exercise. We also did this one. It should say something about a car and brake pedals. We also did this one about a platypus. These documents can be seen one by one if you go into the week 3 folder. There's also this one. You know you're on the right track whenever you're able to open these up. This one talks about the English were not the first Europeans on American soil. We basically did in class what a lot of people were doing. We read, we took notes, and we were able to summarize something in one sentence. Then it goes into this idea of what happens when a text is longer. How do we do that? Well, here's an example. Here's an example of what we were able to do if given that opportunity. I apologize for that. My computer's being weird again. Those two worksheets can be found right here. Worksheet number 1 and worksheet number 2. Notice that when it's a text, it's longer. So this is an actual text that we read in class. It's called Spanglish is Spoken Here Story, as well as Spanglish Spoken Here Paragraphs. It does the same thing. I read aloud this one story about Spanglish being a Mecca language used between all over people that know how to use those words inadvertently, but also people that are just taking those words and twisting them up. We're doing the same thing that we did in class as writing out summaries per paragraph. It isn't that hard, but we did take our time in class to do that, and I will go ahead and put that right here in this announcement as well. You do not have to come to class on Thursday. However, if you weren't in class on Tuesday and you can come to class tomorrow, I will not be holding a class session. Instead, this is also to help take some time away from those that need the help, kind of want to go back and do this, but also need help in navigating Schoology. Let's go back to this. These summary readings are this. When you open up this PDF, it will have links. Those links are going to ask you to do the same thing that we just did in class. It's going to ask you to do a link. Choose some of those links, and you're going to do something like we did in class. you're going to end up writing summaries. This summary readings goes hand in hand with discussion board number 2. You're going to use summary readings links, and you're going to choose 2 of them, and you're going to write their summaries in this discussion post, and you're going to also answer other people. So when people ask me, what are we doing this week? We are writing in our journal. We are finding and looking at summary readings of our choosing. We're writing 2 summaries of them in discussion board number 2. And if you choose to do so, you're more than welcome to go through these worksheets and follow along. It's kind of lengthy, but it also has this idea of, as we learn how to take in reading, we understand that reading a summary means that you're highlighting, you're exercising your brain, you're using words that stand out, and you're just working along through them. Again, if you weren't in class on Tuesday, you're more than welcome to be in class on Thursday for a recap of this.